So this is how you can destroy someone's reputation without any due process.
So Brian Friedman, Justin Baldoni's attorney, has broken his silence about Judge Lyman dismissing their case.
It's not fair. She had completely ruined Justin Baldoni's reputation.
So here's how you can completely ruin someone's reputation without any due process. Brian Friedemann, the attorney representing Justin Baldoni, has finally broken his silence about Judge Lyman's dismissal of their case. And let's just say it's far from over. Justin Baldoni just struck back with a legal blow that Blake Lively won't forget anytime soon. After the shocking dismissal of his defamation claims on June 9th, Baldoni's legal team is hitting back with a new, eye-opening complaint. This isn't just a typical legal battle. This has turned into the courtroom drama of the year, packed with jaw-dropping revelations that no one saw coming. The feud between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively took a dramatic twist on June 9th when the judge dismissed Baldoni's defamation claims. On the surface, this seemed like a win for Blake. Her team wasted no time spinning this into a media victory, with headlines making it.
The judge noted that Baldoni's legal team can still amend the claims for breach of implied covenant and tortious interference with contract with a deadline of June 23rd.
Seemed like justice had been served. But here's the twist. The dismissal wasn't a ruling on the truth of Lively's allegations. It wasn't an exoneration. In fact, it was the result of something far more technical and, frankly, frustrating.
I feel like this was just such a gut punch to everyone who was really hoping to see some justice for Justin Baldoni.
Anti-SLAPP laws. Anti-SLAPP laws are designed to protect free speech, but they often create nearly impossible.
And now we're seeing that bullies are protected legally to do whatever they want, and the legal system will continue and aid them in victimizing you. The court has invited us to amend 4 out of the 7 claims against Ms. Lively, which will showcase additional evidence and refined allegations.
Possible hurdles for cases like Baldoni's. And now, it feels like these laws are shielding bullies from facing consequences while the legal system continues to support them in victimizing others. The court has invited Justin's team to amend 4 out of the 7 claims, giving them a
get over it. It's been a day since the news of Justin. All cases have been dismissed, but
chance to present more evidence and refine their allegations. To win, they not only need to prove that Blake's accusations were false, but that they were made with malicious intent to harm Justin. At this stage, the bar is set incredibly high. But Baldoni's team isn't backing down. Despite the courtroom setback, Justin's legal team remains unwavering. They're digging deeper into the case, and the whispers of major revelations are growing louder. Behind the scenes, some are questioning.
So basically, Blake Lively got all the headlines, the sympathy, and she got to tell the narrative before Justin Baldoni even got a chance to respond.
Questioning whether Judge Lyman's family ties to Blake Lively might have influenced the ruling. Lively got all the headlines, the sympathy, and the chance to tell her side of the story before Baldoni even had a chance to speak. But could some of the incidents
anybody can just make false accusations and it's covered by privilege, and your whole life can be destroyed, and the legal system will just give a big F you.
Cited have been exaggerated or worse, fabricated to support her narrative? Baldoni's legal team is prepared to expose these inconsistencies. They're hinting that Blake's version of events might not hold up under closer examination. The accusations she made could have been covered by privilege, allowing her.
This California law, these different laws that protect people who can make false accusations to destroy a person's life, and they have no legal recourse to fight against it.
To ruin Justin's reputation while facing no consequences. What's even more shocking is the alleged untraceable smear campaign that Justin's team claims targeted him. This bold accusation is...
To me, this is a complete miscarriage of justice by narcissists and egomaniacs who are privileged, elitists, who are rich and powerful.
Is one that Blake's team might not be prepared for. While Lively's camp celebrates, the real battle is just beginning, and there's more than meets the eye.
It is detrimental to the safety of just about anybody who is an employer or works at a company, and especially if you're a man.
Stay tuned, because this case is far from over. California and New York's anti-SLAPP laws are notoriously tough. They're designed to prevent frivolous lawsuits that could stifle free speech. On paper,
Anybody can just make false accusations and it's covered by privilege, and your whole life can be destroyed, and the legal system will just give a big F you.
That sounds noble, right? But in reality, these laws are being used as shields to protect the powerful and help them avoid accountability. They're being wielded by the elite to silence.
Pointing to a California law passed in the wake of the Me Too movement, Judge Lyman ruled that Lively's sexual harassment allegations were legally protected and couldn't be used as grounds for a defamation claim.
Those who challenged them. Justin's legal team didn't lose because their claims were weak. They lost because the system is rigged against cases like this. A defamation suit requires proof that someone's false statements caused harm. And in this case, it seems like anyone can make false accusations. And as long as it's covered by privilege, their lives can be destroyed while the legal system does nothing to protect them. The anti-SLAPP laws are frustrating, but they're not a dead end. The battle isn't over yet. As Justin's team works to amend the claims, they're focusing on the bigger picture. This case isn't just about defamation, it's about the entire PR strategy behind Blake Lively's campaign.
Yeah, so the judge also has a kind of interesting history here.
To destroy his reputation. And that's where things start to get really interesting. Behind the scenes, the influence of Lively's family is raising eyebrows. Judge Lyman's brother, Doug Lyman, is a well-known Hollywood director and has worked with Blake on previous projects. Was his family loyalty playing a role in shaping the narrative? Could Doug Lyman's clout have influenced the courtroom proceedings? These connections are worth questioning, and they might be a game changer. As Lively celebrates her so-called victory in the media, Baldoni's legal team is preparing for the next round. Blake may have spun this as a victory lap, but she hasn't proven anything yet. Not a single one of her accusations has been substantiated. She filed a CRD complaint.
Your reputation can be harmed. The media can publish anything, and it doesn't matter. There's no consequences for them.
Privileged and protected, meaning no one can sue her for what's in that complaint. Meanwhile, the media is eating it up, presenting her as the triumphant hero, conveniently ignoring the fact that the case is still ongoing. Blake Lively's victory lap didn't just stop at the courtroom. She went on a full PR tour, attending a Chanel event right after the dismissal, all smiles for the cameras. But here's the issue. She hasn't proven anything. Her allegations against Justin Baldoni have not been backed by evidence. She's painted herself as a victim, and the media has been happy to play along.
Blake Lively didn't win. Justin just couldn't prove defamation. It's a huge distinction that Blake has now run with her statements, which we...
The headlines are dramatic, but beneath the surface, the truth is still out there waiting to be uncovered. Blake's PR team has been playing the media like a fiddle, but her strategy only works if no one looks too closely. If Justin's team digs deeper and uncovers more evidence, it could completely unravel the narrative Blake's camp is pushing. In fact, Justin's lawyer, Friedemann, has promised to bring new evidence to light. And here's the kicker. Blake will soon have to face questioning under oath. She won't be able to hide behind carefully crafted PR statements anymore. If Justin's legal team can present solid evidence and testimony, it could completely flip the case on its head. Blake's PR strategy may end up backfiring, and the truth could come out in ways no one expected. This case isn't just about one celebrity versus another. It's about the media, public opinion, and the power dynamics at play in Hollywood. It's about how a false narrative can be spun and how those in power can use their influence to control the story. But in the end, the truth will always find a way to surface, no matter how much spin is thrown on top of it. As this battle continues, one thing is clear. Justin Baldoni's reputation and career are on the line, and he's not backing down.
What she did, she filed a CRD complaint, which is privileged, meaning that no one can sue her for what's in that CRD complaint.
The stakes are high, and this fight is far from over. As we continue down this path, it's becoming more clear that Justin Baldoni is facing an uphill battle, not just in court, but in the court of public opinion. The PR blitz that Blake Lively's team has orchestrated has given her a temporary win in the eyes of many. But here's the thing. The fight is far from over. Truth hasn't been fully revealed, and Justin's legal team is still gathering the evidence to turn the tide in their favor. What's truly wild is how the media has been so quick to crown Blake as the winner. This isn't just about a legal defeat for Justin, it's about a narrative war. Blake's camp has weaponized the press, using sensational headlines to paint her as the victim, all while glossing over the fact that no actual defamation has been proven. They've spun a story of triumph based on a technical legal dismissal, not on the actual merit of the case. This is the kind of media manipulation that leaves people questioning.
Blake Lively has made a statement. She made one on her Instagram talking about standing with other organizations with love and gratitude for the many who stood by me. Many of you I don't. I will never stop appreciating or advocating for you. So
What they've been told. If you thought this case was resolved, think again. Behind closed doors, Justin's team is ramping up their strategy. They're amending the claims and bringing in fresh evidence that could turn everything upside down. If they succeed in showing that Blake's accusations were not only false, but were deliberately fabricated to harm Justin's reputation, it would be a complete game changer. This isn't just about clearing his name. It's about uncovering the truth behind a carefully constructed media narrative. Blake's so-called victory lap may be coming to an abrupt halt. She's out there at every red carpet event, flashing her victory smile, basking in the press attention. But here's the kicker. She hasn't proven anything yet. No one is talking about the fact that she filed a CRD complaint, a privileged complaint, making it impossible for anyone to sue her for what's in it. She's essentially got a legal shield protecting her from the consequences of what she said. Meanwhile, Justin's team is scrutinizing every detail, looking for the cracks in her story that could cause her whole defense to collapse. Now, let's talk about the big question. If Blake truly believed in her accusations, wouldn't she want this case to go to trial? Wouldn't she want to prove once and for all that her claims are legitimate? Instead, she and her team seem more focused on spinning a public narrative than actually proving anything in court. Why the rush to close the case if the truth is on her side? This smells like a diversion, a PR maneuver to get ahead of the story, before the truth comes out. And don't get me started on Blake's team trying to control who gets to depose her. It's one thing to dictate the public narrative, but trying to pick and choose who can question you under oath? That's a major red flag. The legal process doesn't work like that. No matter how much power or...
Of course, Blake is taking her victory lap, and she's, on Instagram saying she wrote of the pain of a retaliatory lawsuit linking to several women's rights organizations while the suit against me was defeated.
Nazi Simons, Justin's attorney Brian Friedemann has said, this isn't over. Justin's legal team is full of fire, ready to keep pushing until they get the truth out there. They're not backing down. They've got 4 solid claims still standing, and they're prepared to amend them to meet the requirements of California's anti-SLAPP laws. The real work is just beginning, and when the truth finally gets revealed, Blake's PR fortress could come crashing.
You don't have to show any evidence. And if you're a celebrity, of course, the press would be interested in your story, so you can just go and file a CRD complaint, leak it to the press, and they will write it as truth. And you can get back at whoever you want. This is the way to do it, you guys. If you really want to ruin someone's life and reputation, just do like Blake Lively did.
But the real story here is bigger than just Justin and Blake. This case is exposing the way Hollywood handles allegations and reputations. It's showing how easily powerful figures can use the media and the legal system to shape public perception and destroy someone's life, all without ever having to face the consequences. If this case continues to unfold, it will send shockwaves through Hollywood. It will challenge the way stories are spun, how reputations are destroyed, and how justice is served. And while Blake is enjoying the headlines for now, she may soon have to answer for more than she bargained for. Justin's team is digging deeper, and the truth has a way of coming out, no matter how much spin is put on it. The cracks in Blake's narrative are already starting to show, and when the facts finally come to light, it could be devastating for her. If she's really on the right side of this story, why isn't she eager to go to trial and prove it? Why? The rush to frame herself as the victor when the case is far from over? The damage that false or exaggerated claims can do is immense. It's not just about Justin's reputation. It's about how these kinds of cases affect real victims of harassment and abuse. Every time a high-profile case like this is dismissed or proven false, it makes it harder for real survivors to be taken seriously. The Me Too movement has already faced enough obstacles, and cases like this risk undermining the voices of those who truly need to be heard. So, what's next for Justin Baldoni? His legal battle is far from over, and with the help of his legal team, he's prepared to continue fighting for his name and his career. This isn't just about clearing his name. This is about justice, and Justin is determined to get the truth out there no matter what it takes. Blake Lively's PR team might be playing their hand right now, but the stakes are too high for this to be the end. The fight is far from over, and it's about time the public sees the full picture. Stay tuned because we're just getting started. The truth always finds its way to the surface, no matter how much spin is thrown at it.